Let's now join yesterday's biggest crowd of the day at Anfield for the visit of Nottingham Forest. And if you needed any further confirmation of the importance of the fixture, Brian Clough's presence after his holiday and attending an award-winning ceremony in Paris surely provided it. Your commentator, Barry Davis.
Not since September 1979 has a visiting goalkeeper left Anfield having kept his goal intact. A record which gives some measure of the pressure on Peter Shilton as he seeks to end what is a 35-game run in front of his sharpest critics, particularly, of course, those on the Kop. They have no doubt who is England's number one, and he's standing in the goal beneath them, Ray Clements, who, after playing in cup matches, in fact, made his league debut for Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. And the lineup in front of him this afternoon is that which ended the European Cup match against Aberdeen in real style, having had problems at the start. And it shows that Harvey Cohen continues at number 3, having deputised for the injured Alan Kennedy during the course of Wednesday's match. There's one change too in the Nottingham Forest lineup, and although they've had problems in both the European Cup and the League Cup, their recent league form shows 9 points out of 10. And their one change is John McGovern returning in place of Raimondo Ponting. And it's television's first look at Peter Ward in a Forest strip. He scored his first goal for the club in the defeat of Southampton last week. So we're all set for the 14th meeting between these two sides since Nottingham Forest were cloughed out of obscurity just 3 years ago. The record at the moment shows 4 wins for Forest, 3 for Liverpool with 6 draws. But Forest have never won here at Anfield, and their only goal came from the penalty spot in last year's semi-final of the League Cup. Phil Thompson and Ian Bowyer. Forest in their yellow strip with black armband being worn this afternoon because of the death of the club president during the week. Here's Phil Neal, who scored a really quite excellent goal against Aberdeen. Took it with all the panache of an inside forward. Tim Burns. And Larry Lloyd, formerly, of course, a Liverpool player, left here in August '74. McDermott, Neal, Lee. Pass was in the right place, but very much overhit. And anyway, the linesman's flag was up. Paul Neal, though, in the box early on, just having a few words, it would appear, with Ian Bowyer. Only Wallace now is Clements' side of the ball. Nicely played off by Wallace, who's gone for the return. Just Ward up with him, and a posse of 4 coming from behind. Robertson. Bowyer. Wallace going to the penalty spot. Not really a very good cross. McDermott early for Johnson, who's onside. Shilton has come to meet him, now tries to recover his ground, and it's wide. Shilton came roaring out of his goal, slipped, and was in a sitting position when Johnson got the ball. But Johnson unable to make use of the gift. O'Neill. Robertson hanging back on the left. McGovern. Ward. Not a surprising challenge from Phil Thompson. Peter Ward. McGovern. Gray. McGovern once more. This is promising. Wallace is in the middle of the ball with Robertson. And it was a nice try and good cover on his near post by Ray Clements. Tried to curl one around on the near post, and Clements across to parry it away. But Nottingham Forest dictating the start of the match. That can be nothing but frustrating for Liverpool. Quite a queue on the near post. including Bowyer and Ward and Lloyd. Met by Cohen, then Souness. Burns, Gray, good cover, got up well with Sammy Lee. Dalglish, McDermott making the run down the middle. And looking for him, up comes Johnson as well. Oh, and what Robertson nearly did at one end, Dalglish tried at the other. And the goalkeeper was just as equal, Peter Shilton, as Clements had been. A really ambitious try. Great deal of thought, and Shilton in fact had to move rather more quickly than Ray Clements had to. Neil. It's Lloyd who bangs it away after Kennedy approved the handball. Souness. Johnson. Liverpool certainly not helping themselves by a lot of errors. The concentration hasn't always been there. And Liverpool bench not giving much away, but a number of solemn expressions. Wallace. On by Dalglish. Caught Burns, who arrived a bit late. And an offside flag up against Ward. Peter Ward, who was in the Brighton side, which ended Nottingham Forest's unbeaten home run, which stood at 51. When Brighton beat them, Liverpool stands at 57. That's in league games. Liverpool too short of the all-time record. The Football League held by Millwall. Burns. Hansen. McGovern. 1 against 1. Thompson with plenty of time. McGovern retreats now back towards the middle as Lee takes on Gray. Kennedy in the middle and comes to Johnson. Kennedy, and found that Shilton was right on top of him. As the ball came across in the first place, Shilton struggled a bit to get to it, may have caught a bit of an elbow. As it came out to Johnson, his shot came to Kennedy, and Shilton was on him with great speed. Burns. Souness. A really strong challenge by Johnson, but it was a fair one. Burns obviously doesn't think so. And was he caught afterwards? The referee wants to sort out the problems between them. And they're still having a go at each other with signs, if not with words. Here's Johnson. And that's a corner. For which Phil Thompson is on his way up. Just outside the 6-yard box. We're in the last minute of the first half. Dalglish. Wallace was enough to force Souness away, and the shot came from Neil. Well, Liverpool's frustrations continued till the half-time interval, but the Kop had the consolation of knowing that in the second half their team would be attacking their end. And we pick up the game with 8 minutes of the second half gone. Here's Lee. Lloyd. O'Neill quickly at Dalglish. He's been given precious little time to settle on the ball. Here he is again. Wallace. Dalglish. Just for a second there, looked as though he might be able to go on. McDermott. Souness. Good save by Shilton. Dalglish's header. And Shilton gets another good punch. Real venom in that shot from Souness, and the goalkeeper flying through the air to parry. And then kept his ground well to get in a punch of distance and height. Mr. Ashley had a look and decided there was no foul. Ward. Oh, nicely done. How can he use it? Here's Lee. It's a little short, but he's able to get it, but he had to come inside, couldn't take it on. Dalglish. Souness again. About the same distance, a very different shot. But it was Kenny Dalglish whose skill in midfield started it. Ward. Cohen. McGovern. O'Neill. That's for John Robertson. There's Gray inside him. 7 players up for Forest. And they can wait for the corner. Here's Gray. Ward and Wallace just outside the 6-yard box. So is Bowyer now, so is Kenny Burns. It was Frank Gray who ended it. McDermott. Kennedy. Cohen. Kennedy. Asking Bob Paisley before the match what he thought about the suggestion of having 3 points for a win. And he says that it would be better if the 3 points were only for an away win. It might have had a marked effect on this match. And Neil and Bowyer having a disagreement. And the referee wants both of them. And the yellow card has been shown to Bowyer. And the referee giving a demonstration of what he did. Mr. Ashley making sure that Bay is allowed to get to his defensive position before the free kick is taken. Burns and Lloyd together. Lloyd, who's been dominant in the air. McDermott. Oh, was unlucky. He was balanced to come the other way. Forrest have pushed well forward. Right up to within 10 yards of the halfway line. Cohen. Lloyd and Johnson. Goal kick. Applause for Larry Lloyd. And the referee was right, I'm sure. It's now just a question of what's on Mr. Ashley's watch. But Forest have done it again, and in a manner that the Liverpool crowd obviously haven't enjoyed. Souness, who came closest in the second half, tested Shilton and forced him to one flying save. Larry Lloyd, at the heart of the Nottingham Forest defence, gets it over his old club again. But Liverpool, out of sorts, also find themselves without a goal for the first time for 36 matches now.